Hi there, welcome. I'm Christine Weber. Thank you for joining me for my weekly live stream. I'm usually here at 11 on Wednesdays. And today I wanted to talk about the yoga perspective on getting through challenging times. For a lot of people, the holidays are a really challenging time. And for me, they definitely are. When I was in college, the first year I went to college, I did not go home for Thanksgiving because it was too hard. I couldn't. And my parents said, "Why aren't you coming home?" And I was like, "Oh, I have a lot of work to do." I remember so well. It's like, I have all this work to do. I'm just going to have to stay here. And I was by myself in a 400-person dorm. I had to, like, they closed the cafeteria. I had to go find food and stuff. But I was by myself for the whole weekend. And it was kind of lonely. I was a little bit sad, but I also had this tremendous sense of, like, relief to not have to be in a situation that I felt like was going to be difficult for me. And I feel really proud of my little 19-year-old self that I was able to make that choice at that time, that I needed to do that for myself. And it doesn't mean that I've always made great decisions, but when I look back at that, I think, like, I did something healthy, like I needed that for whatever reason at that time. I don't want to go into the reasons, but I needed that at that time. And I think that it's okay to be soft with yourself. This morning I was meditating, and I had a big loss last weekend. I can't really talk about it yet because it's still a little raw, but I lost somebody very close to me last weekend. Um, and so this morning I was meditating and I was thinking, holidays are hard, but I can be soft. It's like, I can be soft even though this is hard. And I kind of love, I'm sort of like, I want to use that as my mantra for the rest of the holidays. Like, I can be soft when things are hard. So what does that mean? So for me, it means things like I can take extra time. I can do more meditation. I can do pranayama. I can do yoga nidra. I just did a long yoga nidra in my group, the Resilient Society, and I'm looking forward to listening to the recording. So I can do things like that. I can take long walks. I can work less. Like, I feel very fortunate that I can do that. Not everybody can work less, right? But I know I can take some time. I can take some downtime for myself. Um, I can read books that I want to read. I can talk to the people that I really love spending time with. I can be with those people. I can be soft to those people. I can be soft to myself. I can be soft to the people that I don't love spending time with and that are challenging for me. I can still be with those people, and I can be soft with them. So I don't need to run away from the holidays anymore, which feels good to me as an adult. As a kid I did, as a teenager I did, but I don't need to run away. And I will also say, like, honestly, at that time in my life, back in my late teens and my 20s, early 20s, I went to California for a few years. Like, I got away, and then I went to Asia for 4 years, and I loved it. I mean, it was such a deep, meaningful time in my life. But I was running away, and I needed that time to be away so I could come back and be myself and be okay being myself, even in situations that are difficult. So that withdrawal, and there's other times that I've certainly withdrawn too, but, like, that withdrawal is like, we have to honor that. We don't always have to be on. We don't have to be extroverted, especially if you're a yoga teacher. Like, you're probably an introvert. You know? I'm an introvert who learned how to be extroverted. I think there's a word for us now. I think it's called ambivert or something, which is definitely what I am. Like, I'm both introverted and extroverted, but I really learned the extroverted side later in my life. But that precious alone time where I can be with myself and do things that are very nurturing, like, this is the time for that. You do not have to bake all day. You don't have to entertain if you don't want. You don't have to go to party. Like, you don't have to do that stuff if that's not going to be nurturing for you. Winter is the time for reflection and for gathering our strength. I mean, Ayurveda says that, Chinese medicine says that. What about things like Abhyanga? I've been doing a lot of Abhyanga lately with one of my friends gave me some beautiful body oil and face oil, and I've been like really enjoying them, massaging. And it's so cold; you can see the snow, I think, still out there. It's cold here, so things like that are nurturing for me. Hot baths feel really nurturing. Like there's whatever it is that works for you, that's how you can show up and honor the season and honor yourself and honor your energy, not burn yourself out. That's what we're called to do right now, I think. So, in the yoga tradition, this kind of idea of softness and self-nurturing, it has a lot in common with the concept of sattva. And sattva means sentient. It means alive, conscious. Even it has that idea to it, and it's one of the gunas. And it's the idea. The yogis always thought like cultivate sattva in the foods that you choose, in the people that you choose to spend time with, and that your activities cultivate sattva, because sattva is consciousness, it's awareness, it's alive. And that sattva is a way that we progress, and we move towards a deeper clarity about ourselves, a sense of self understanding, sense of self um, awareness, and then, on that path towards self realization. So I hope this is helpful for you as you're thinking about going into this season. And come maybe that mantra, the holidays are hard but I can be soft, might be helpful for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you next week.